Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today, we are going to be discussing a couple of things. We're going to do some kind of market overview. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, we're going to go dive, into some news actually today that I wanted to talk about, right? That I've been seeing overall the last few months so much positive news, and you know what? There was one particular thing I want to discuss to put into perspective, just so you guys realize how early we are. If we go here on Twitter by Watcher Guru, right, we can see that they have posted that less than 7% of the global population is invested in crypto. So they're saying less than 7%. So we're not even at 7%. And we're probably roughly around 5 to 6% of the world is invested in crypto. And you know what's a fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, right? They're counting people that have put in even just a couple of dollars, right? So things are going to obviously change in terms of the ratio once we start putting into categories of how much people invested. I'm going to assume the average person, put in less than, $2,000, to be honest, right? I believe, a lot of people that are just, that are or have invested in crypto but are more on the casual side, they would at most put in, a couple hundred low thousands. So if that is the case, then we can imagine that, you know, a lot of people that are investing at the moment are people like us that put in more money, right? Some of you guys, obviously, I don't know how much you put in, but I'd assume the average person that watches these types of videos have put in anywhere from a couple thousand to tens of thousands of, on average, right? Because let's say you did put in like 30K this cycle, even if you bought right now, that 30K has a very high probability of, becoming even like 600K, right? The amount of coins you put in, 500K. If you put in some higher risk stuff and, it works out well, you could even get $1 million from, that 20, 30K. So, right, I assume the average person puts in, that watches me has put in like, from a couple thousand to tens of thousands. We have to realize in 2021, ladies and gentlemen, right, in 2020, a lot of people are getting in. Yeah, some of them were going overboard, but a lot of people were just putting in like $20, $50, $100, maybe a couple hundred, because that is just the reality, right? The average person does not have a lot of money. A lot of people are poor or middle class, and those that have put in money are also very skeptical, right? So you have to remember that. You have to remember that. So for me, only a very small percentage of the world, of the global population, has put in any type of like real money, like let's just say from tens of thousands of dollars and onwards, which is fantastic news, is because it means we are very, very early. I believe crypto adoption will be everywhere over the next, let's just say couple years to 12, 15 years. And at that point, everyone's pretty much going to be using cryptocurrency. So even if you are pretty much the first 7% of people to get in, you are, earlier than 93% of people. And not only that, when we start taking in ratios and how much money you put in, you are just a, very, very small minority of people that are actually, invested a good amount in crypto. So we are super, super early. That is why I always encourage, good projects like Ondo, Render, AKT, and etc. I do obviously love Turbo and some other coins, but the reality is they are meme coins and eventually they will have a dump. I mean, all coins are going to have a dump, but the point is, in terms of safety and how much you can mess up, right? Something like Ondo, you can mess up because even if you didn't take it out, for the cycle, there's a very high probability you at least break even, make money, or it creates new highs eventually. So, that is why I am super, super high on those coins. And, this is why I'm really, really excited for the bull run. When we look at the markets, ladies and gentlemen, we can see that we are in the 4 hour chart, right? When we are in the 4 hour chart, and we can see not much has happened over the last day. This is why usually I only upload like once or twice max on a Saturday, and then Sunday, there's maybe also one or two videos. and Monday usually we are back to normal because not much happens, right? A lot of people take breaks. The market makers, everyone's chilling. There's literally nothing has changed. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, right? We are one day closer to the weekly candle, you know, closing, and I believe it is going to close somewhere around the 97K range, just the way it is. And if that's the case, I truly do believe we are ready to be exploding up. I've talked about this before, but I'll talk about very quickly how, every time it looks like the market's kind of just dead and stagnant and we have some kind of rejection, we explode 1 or 2 weeks later. Same thing here, right? Rejection, kind of stagnant, boom, explode. Boom, very, very weak, boom, explode, right? Boom, some type of rejection, weak, explode, right? So, and even here, right? Yesterday we talked about this too, where boom, rejection, explode, slowing down, rejection, explode. We had a rejection, we didn't explode, but we did do it more fundamentally well. And nothing has changed in terms of the bias. I am super, super optimistic this bull run. There is no reason for me not to be, right? We just even discussed right now the population, just in also the news, how America, is pro crypto. So many of the states are pro crypto. That causes more countries to be pro crypto because America kind of, in a way, runs the financial system. And I mean, that's just a reality, right? Even gold is backed by the American dollar. And then everything is pretty much traded in the American dollar in this world. So when America says go crypto, go, you bet your ass that all these countries are going to be like, okay, go crypto, go. A couple of years ago, there was some stuff about, China and some other countries potentially banning crypto. Then this country said ban crypto. Then this was anti crypto. And now it's just so funny how everything switched, right? This is why I don't follow the news. This is why I go with what I know and the charts and honestly having a vision. Okay. People don't think that's important, but it is, right? You need to ask yourself, why is this going to go where it's going to go? And something like Bitcoin was actually very, very simple, right? For me, I know fiat has no real value because it is just printed unlimitedly. So it is a societal construct, right? I also know that something like Bitcoin, there's only 21 million, and there's a lot of opportunity to be making money and to utilize this coin eventually. So I said, okay, we can make this a monetary system. And number three, think about it, right? Banks print unlimited money, and the best way and the best thing they could do is put that unlimited money into something that has a limit to pretty much kind of inflate the price so they could also make more money. Hopefully that makes sense. So, really, really bullish, really, really bullish. I cannot wait over the next few months. I cannot wait for the cash out. Cannot wait for the dip to rebuy and then cash out again. It's going to be great. I'm super excited. Hopefully everything makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.